Hey Fragrance family, I'm Daver.
I'm Talia.
And we're the Fragrance
Bros.
Coming at you again with my lovely wife. Hey, thank you for coming on.
Hey, thank you for having me.
And today we are reviewing Un Jardin En Mediterranee by Hermes. Now we have a whole series planned for reviews of the Jardin line, or Jardin line, by Hermes. And so we have some coming, so stay tuned for that.
We have a series.
Yeah. Also quickly, I want to mention that there's a subscriber who actually sent this to me. And it's so nice of them to do that. We've been wanting to do this series for a long time. We've planned this for about a year. I remember at the time, they didn't use this that much, and he just mailed it to me. I was
That's
like, wow,
awesome.
that's really cool. All right, so let's get straight to it. Date introduced is 2003. It's classified as a floral aquatic. Notes are mandarin orange, bergamot, lemon, fig leaves, oleander, orange blossom, juniper, red cedar, cypress, pistachio, and musk. All right, now what did you get of longevity out of this?
So it only lasted about 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours, where I could smell it. It may have lasted longer, and you didn't mention anything later on in the day, but I think about 4 good solid hours.
On me, it was better. On me, it was in the average range. It usually lasted about, I would say, in the 8-hour range on me. This is one of the stronger ones in the Jardin line.
Yeah.
I think. So this was in the average range, definitely. What about projection?
I don't think it pushed out much. I mean, I didn't get much response on it. So to me, it wasn't overpowering or overbearing. So that was great. So I would say probably average projection.
Yeah, average for me as well. I think this is one of the stronger ones in the Jardin line. We're going to obviously get to the whole Jardin line later, but to me, this felt like it was in the average range, so it was fine. Season, I think this is really best for spring and better for daytime, and purpose, I would say this is great for casual and maybe work.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so what does this remind you of?
Well, I was really nervous as you were reading those notes because I was thinking, to me, it has like a smoky undertone to it, but all that woods and the musk is probably what's bringing it out. So you're like, it's lemon and bergamot, and I was like, oh God, what's wrong with me? But I mean, I think I just pulled in those warmer tones in the bottom, so it was really smoky. After it was dry and real smooth.
Well, I definitely don't get any smoke in it, but this is a really interesting fragrance. This was actually the first in the Jardin line, which surprised me because I thought that Un Jardin sur le Nil was the first one, but this is actually the first one. The whole Jardin line is inspired by gardens and rivers and waterways, etc. This is inspired by the Mediterranean, obviously from the name, and this is a really good scent. I think this is one of the more popular ones in the Jardin line. I hear about this a lot. But right at the top, it's supposed to smell like fig leaves, and personally, I kind of get it a little bit, but it's not a very strong fig leaf type smell. And here's the thing, okay, I've talked about this before, but I have a fig tree. It's a struggling fig tree right now.
We're a fig shrub.
Yeah, I know. We went to Greece on the Mediterranean, obviously, and we smelled fig leaves and fig trees everywhere we went. That's where I really developed a love for fig trees and fig leaves. And this kind of gets there, but it's not really a very accurate representation of it. But when people say, oh, this has a really nice fig leaf type of smell, immediately I think, have you smelled fig leaves? It doesn't really smell like that. It has a woody and wet type of smell, and you do get some of those aspects in there, like you do get kind of the pistachio type of thing, and obviously the citrus. I get a lot of orange blossom in this, so that floral aspect is really there. In reading Jean-Claude Ellenau's book, Diary of a Nose, he goes into more detail about how he made this. A lot of what Jean-Claude Ellenau does is he mixes a couple of notes and ingredients to make larger accords that smell larger than they actually are. He was talking about this in particular and said that in order to get that fig leaf type of smell, he had to have certain ingredients to get that. One of them was pistachio, one of them was mint. Going back and smelling it, mint is not listed, but you do get kind of a minty type of overtone in this. He lists some other things as well, like plum and Isoe Super. Going back, you can almost smell you can smell those too.
I just love Isoe Super. That's what I smelled in it. It's the IC Super.
What I think is really interesting about this fragrance, my first thoughts about this was it doesn't really smell like the rest of the Jardin line.
Not at all.
The rest of the Jardin line have a really distinct signature about it, very light and watery and citrusy. And this is kind of there, but it's not really. You can definitely tell, like Jean-Claude Ellena, he changed direction slightly with the rest of the releases in the Jardin line. This is the most distinct and different of the line, which could be a good thing. But what I really like about the Jardin line is that aspect that's not in this. All that aside, it's still a very good fragrance. Another thing that I would say, another criticism that I would level against it, is that the fig note in this is a little generic. So there are other fragrances out there like Philosophe by Diptyque, and there's another Tommy Bahama scent that has a kind of similar vibe to this. So there's other scents out there that kind of make this a little bit not as special or distinct. The whole line, Jardin line, is a unisex line, and I do think that men and women can wear the whole line, and this one in particular as well. But something about it, maybe it's just the floral aspect of it with the orange blossom, seems a little bit more suited for women.
Really?
I think, yeah.
See, and because the woodsy of it was so strong for me, I was going to say the opposite.
Really?
Yeah, that this would be one of all the ones that we tried, this would be the one that's leans more masculine for me. So I guess it's whichever nose you smell it with.
That's right. Overall, I think this is a very good fragrance. It definitely has a distinct smell to it. It is very likable. It is very wearable in a certain season. It's not something that you can wear all the time. Probably not even something that you could wear a lot even in this particular season of spring or summer, I think. I think it kind of has a very narrow use even in a certain season. But all that aside, it's a very good scent that has a lot of different aspects in it. Citrusy, floral, woody, and slightly watery. So yeah. It's very good. Now what about compliments? Did you give any compliments with this?
No, I didn't. It's not like it's not a compliment getter, though. It's really, really nice.
I don't really get a lot of compliments with this either. I think mostly because it's not super loud. On me, it's in the average range, but it's not super loud. And it smells nice, but I've never gotten a compliment with this, other than, you know, if I asked you for one. Yeah. So I've gotten tons of compliments from this then.
Right. Well, maybe this is just one you wear for yourself, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Especially if you're wearing it to work, because it's going to die out by the end of the day, you know? So you're not trying to impress anybody, especially if you work in an office by yourself a lot. I mean, this is a great fragrance just to enjoy for you.
Yeah. All right, bang for buck, this is about $60 for 100 ml. On the aftermarket pricing, and I think that's a great deal for what you're getting. It's a really interesting scent, and especially if you like it, that's a great deal.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so final rating, what do you give this?
I think I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
I mean, it's a scent that just anybody can wear. Though I think you're right, where it's just a narrow focus, I think it's really great for what it does.
Yeah, I think you're right. I was really debating whether I should give this a 3 or a 4.
Yeah.
I think ultimately I will give this a 4. I think this is a good fragrance. It's not something that I would personally wear a lot though, and I think that is partly because of a couple of things. One, it's not entirely unique. There are other ones out there that do a similar thing to this. And two, I think, you know, as I said, it has a very narrow use. So it's not something that I could wear a lot. But, however, it's a great fragrance.
Yeah.
It smells great. It's very interesting and it has a lot going on. And it's really well made from top to bottom, and it is just high quality all the way.
Yeah, really. So
for the money, it's just a really high quality, rich type of scent.
I think you're influenced by me.
Maybe so. So that's all we have. Let us know what you think of Un Jardin En Mediterranee down in the comments down below. Do you like it, love it, hate it? Let us know. And of course, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe down below. I'll love you for it. We'll see you next time. We're the Fragrance Brothers. Bye. Thanks everyone for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to check out my other channel, Beast Made Reviews, where me and a friend review high quality products for men. You might like it. Go check it out.